Next, I would like to invite Andrey from Russia. Well, because Andrey has a very important meeting to chair. Actually, as you may can see, Andrey is the chairman for Russian Commission on Ethics of AI. So that's why Andrey has to leave us later to chair the Russian Commission on National AI Ethics. So, so I would like to invite Andrey to be on board to talk about the topics that he would like to talk about. So, Andrey, I have posted the questions in here in the interest of time. I know you cannot be with us for all the questions, but would you like to pick some interesting questions yourself and to elaborate on your ideas? Andrey, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to say that I'm happy to be here. And I have met many of you at the Council of Europe or on the field of UNESCO or at other various forums. So it's a great pleasure to see you once again, at least to meet you once again. And I'd like to thank that Professor Zhang that you give me the floor, because indeed I have to leave as we have the meeting of our AI committee for AI ethics, and this is a point I'd like to step on right now, just to share with our experience as we have made several perhaps interesting steps towards implementation of UNESCO's ethical recommendation for AI ethics. I represent here the Russian National Commission and also the Russian AI Alliance, and this AI Alliance unites major commercial companies that develop AI. So in 2021, we have developed an ethical code of artificial intelligence. And well, this code claims to be a national code, in fact. And in October 2021, we held the first all-Russian public forum for AI ethics. And well, it was the starting point. We have opened the this AI ethical code for signature. Initially, we have only 17 companies signed this code. Well, I said only, but in fact, it was big companies and big universities. And during this year, we have held several ceremonies in different parts of our country. So now we have almost 160 signatories. So it's startups, scientific bodies, different commercial companies. So it's a pure civil code dedicated to those who deal or implement AI in everyday's life. How to work with this big big quantity of different AI actors? Well, we were encouraged by the UNESCO's recommendation for AI ethics, and we have created an institute of AI ethics officers. So we have a kind of more than 150 AI officers now, and all the decisions are made by the meeting of these ethics commissioners, ethics officers. Then we have the National Ethics Commission. It is elected body, and it's a kind of operational body very close to corporate procedures. So I was elected as the head of this commission. First, we have different working groups. And again, we have many parallels with the work of UNESCO. Well, the first group deals with the development of risk assessment methodology. We're trying to develop some papers that could allow different actors to assess the possible influence of AI model or AI project to the human rights. I believe you do understand, because the big part of this UNESCO's recommendation is devoted to this very important aspect. Well, the second working group, it dealt with the most common ethical dilemmas. We have gathered a kind of list of different dilemmas that bother our AI actors that we have met in different countries. It's a kind of 30 specific ethical questions now, and we will try to prepare different answers. Every answer to be posed to the election, to the vote. So we will have the attitude of this big ethical community towards every specific ethical dilemma. Another one working group, the third working group, is engaged in building the work with different AI offices. We are holding webinars. We're trying to assist them with developing the specific corporate documents, well, that they will need in their everyday life. And the fourth group is a very specific issue, deals with very specific issue, the self-regulation of recommendation services. It's a small problem, perhaps, but it's a very important one because many sites now, many services, AI services, use recommendations, and we are trying to find where shall we intervene with the legal regulation and where some questions might be left at the AI ethics level. So this is the basic model of how we deal with this. If needed, I will be happy to post the English version of our code, AI ethical code, to the chat if needed. And there you could find some other information on how we deal with our steering committee, AI National Steering Committee, and what documents we create. So perhaps we'll be happy to share our experience. And of course, we try to follow the international trends, and especially, of course, we try to follow the UNESCO's work here. And I'd like to finalize my short speech with the kind of proposition or a short request for help. This year we have developed the research, and this research resulted in the book. So this big book I have here in my arms. This book is in English also, and this book is called Global Atlas of AI Regulation. And here we tried to summarize the AI regulation and also the ethical problems in 30 countries, and also in 18 international bodies. When it comes to the specific countries, we tried to estimate every country with in one and the same manner. So first, we tried to, I hear China here. First, we tried to estimate what is a strategic planning of AI development. Then the big chapter is dedicated to the general AI regulation. We deal here with specific laws, if any, with special tax incentives, with data. Then we go to data regulation that affects AI. Then we go to the regulation of automated vehicles. Then we go with the implementation of AI regulation in public governance. And we finish with AI ethics. And we tried to go step by step in every of our 30 countries here. And my proposition was, if you are interested in this work, allow me to post the link to this English version of this book. We'd be happy if you could share some experience with me, whether we have correctly expressed the situation in your country, and do you have any other perhaps comments to develop our work further, maybe together, because I think that unification of this different regulation is a very important step, and we have different observatories. I hope that this book might help to gather this information about AI regulation and AI ethics in the world. And once again, thank you for this opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Andrey, for your wonderful intervention here. I would like to classify your inputs into at least two questions. One is the recent actions from Russia about your advancement on ethics of AI, And also, I would like to classify your talk into the priorities for AI governance in Russia. That is because actually what you told us something very interesting and important is that the way that you ask important universities and countries to sign the code of ethics from Russia, that actually emphasize that for scientific research in leading universities and also the industrial trials in AI, at least in Russia, are the priorities for AI governance and bringing a more sustainable AI for not only for Russia but also for all of the world. So thank you so much, Andrey. And also I appreciate your invitation for these 2 years for AI Journey conference, mainly organized by Russia, which we really enjoy the intervention, not only with Russia, but also with other world-renowned scientists on your panels and invited talks. I would give my best wishes on behalf of all the attendance for your national committee meeting. We will be very happy to be updated for your advancement, and also please send us the link for your English book so that we can pass to the audience and all the speakers from today. Thank you so much, Andrey.